Hello, hello, hello. This is a client reading. This client is a female. She purchased this reading off of my website under the store. If you would like one of these readings, you can feel free to go ahead and hop over there. It is a pre-recorded reading. No identifying information is given on YouTube. I simply will use your first initial, maybe first and last initial if necessary. So we are going to say this reading is for L. Okay. She wanted to know what's coming up ahead in regards to career and love life. We'll see if both of these show up here. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get your reading started, L. Trying to knock all these out as quickly as possible. I combined two different unicorn oracles for this reading. I don't know why I was feeling the oracles. I was going to use a different deck, but this stayed out on my desk. Okay. Let's see what your overall messages are, L. Al has been a long time client of mine and it's always a joy to read for her. Okay. Okay. First one is true. Yes, what you're asking about is the truth. If you have some kind of inclination about something, but this is about truth, simplicity, putting your energy into the basics and letting go of excess, simplifying your life, simplifying your energy, no more overthinking things, and believe in yourself. See yourself doing well, and you will. Okay, so the overall message that I'm getting here is being true to self first. Believing in yourself, believing in your manifestation abilities, and stop overcomplicating the process of manifestation of your hopes, wishes, and dreams in both love and career. I'm seeing this ray of sunlight. I'm being very drawn to it. Right here. That is like the sun peeking through the clouds and shining down. Even though you might feel things are cloudy, things are confusing right now, that there is some clarity that is coming. There is some truth that is coming. And not to listen to other people. If they put you down or put doubt in your head, believe in yourself. That is top priority. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Okay. Since you have two questions, I'm not going to go super deep into either one because I do need to try to fit this in within a half an hour. But we will see what comes up. We're going to ask about your love life first. About what's coming in. Okay, under the surface, we have Two of Swords. I cannot see it. I do not want to deal with it. There's a sense of avoidance. And then we have the Chariot. There is something here under the surface, whether you are aware of it or not, that you need to move past. An experience of the past. That you put up some kind of blockage and barrier to your heart as a result. Whether this is conscious or subconscious. And with the World card here, this is a cycle that is calling you to end so that you could start new. I'm really being drawn to the dark blue, almost violet color. Now, what I'm about to say has nothing to do with what card they are, just the color of the violet. Violet, as you know, is um, your crown chakra, okay? And the connection to spirit, the downloads from spirit. And I think what I'm saying here is something is something that you already know, but it is something that is also working behind the scenes. You have to stop resisting change. Okay? Stop resisting change. Now you're showing up here as the Empress. Very good. Very good. There is never a doubt in my mind that you knew your value and your worth, because I know you do. I know you know what you have to bring to the table. This Empress also, or Emperor, I'm sorry. Still Empress energy, you know your value and your worth. But you're also very much standing within your power. Very good. Okay? And there is coming across as being very structured. Maybe too structured. Okay? The situation is the Hierophant, commitment. Okay? Commitment and belief. It's almost like you need to, when you get the Emperor and the Hierophant together, that's rigid. Very rigid, very strict, very standoffish, very blocking. Okay? Very much blocking any kind of progress forward, because it's almost like you're saying, this is the way it is, this is the way it's going to be, there's no other way. Okay? This is how it's going to happen, no other way. Being a little bit closed off to new ideas. This is like sticking to what you know instead of, I can almost feel hangman energy as in looking at things from a different perspective, looking at yourself from a different perspective, hanging upside down and looking at the world differently. And as a result, it's like that cycle wants to close, but it's not closing. There's no new beginning yet, because you need to kind of loosen your grip on old beliefs. Opportunity or blockage. Okay, this is the strength. Strength of willpower, courage. I would say that this is kind of like a very strong opportunity in love that will be coming in. But the blockage of this is, again, it is just acting as like an amplifier to the rigidness, the lack of flexibility. And courage. Because as I said, it requires change. And that is what you are actually resisting, where you're telling me, maybe tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. And sweetheart, I know I've told you about this before. Spirit has brought this out. And I know it's easier said than done. Been there, done that. Okay? But energy, hovering energy around you is a decision. It's the Two of Wands, a crossroads. And this is about planning things out. Okay. You're a planner. You don't like sudden changes, sudden surprises. You have to know what's coming instead of going with the flow. Which makes sense up here. Again, simplifying things, not overthinking things, and look at the water in there. The water is flowing. Going with the flow. And stop trying to swim against the current. How'd you get here? 10 of Wands. Baggage. Baggage, baggage, baggage. Baggage. Okay? That's how you got here before. And I kind of understand where you're coming from as far as the rigidness, the strictness, being strict with yourself. But I just keep on hearing you got to lighten up a little bit. Recent past. So, this is the 8 of Pentacles. Work, 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 work. I will avoid the heart bullshit by working. I will work. I will dive into my work. And if I do that, then I am too busy to worry about anything else. And I think part of what you're avoiding is a past problem. Okay? A past issue, a past insecurity. I'll deal with that tomorrow. I'll deal with it tomorrow. But like I said, it seems like tomorrow never comes. That also that indigo or that dark purple, dark blue, whatever it is also speaking to me of night. Okay? Speaking to me of the shadow. And maybe you have some shadow work that needs to be done, perhaps. Insecurities, fears. Things buried in the moon. Okay. Near future, here it is. Here the F is. This is the Ace of Cups. This is a new beginning in love. A new emotional beginning. Ace of Cups. You know, the cups are the emotions or relationships. And you've got something new on the horizon. But, as you see in this here, all the flowing water underneath that Ace of Cups. You have to let loose, let go, and go with the flow. Stop being so defensive and fighting it off. Nope. And saying nope, nope, nope. Because you really want it because you asked about it. But under the surface, you push it away. Okay? Okay, your perspective on your love life is death. Interesting card to come here. Because you saw something from the past ending. And your viewpoint is, your perspective is more like, it's never going to happen. Love for me is a thing of the past. It's never going to happen. But instead of saying that, you should say it's transforming. Okay? You need to transform that energy so that you can be open to accept that Ace of Cups. I just got, my attention got drawn here. Over here, back over here. Approximately 10 weeks. Or in other words, 2.5 months. It's when that Ace of Cups could be coming onto the scene. Let's see what the environmental influences are. Queen of Wands. Leo energy. Or Aries energy, I'm sorry. That dynamic. That confidence. Somebody very dynamic going to be pinging your radar. Queen of Wands is Somebody who's very ambitious. Could be literally an Aries that you are meeting up with. What is it that you need to do? Seven of Pentacles. Stop waiting. Put yourself out there. That could even mean, as much as I don't like them myself, but there's been a lot of people that's met this way. I'm hearing dating sites. Putting your feelers out there. Going with the flow and putting your feelers out there. And dipping your toe in the water. If you're sitting back waiting on somebody to come to you, this could also be a card of waiting. You could be waiting for a hot minute. So it's like what you need to do now is to stop waiting, dip your toe in the water, start testing the water, even if it start with one dating site, one dating app or something. Facebook dating even. And getting a feel for what is out there. That is where you start to open up a new cycle. That is where the potential for the Ace of Cups to come into play. Okay? Potential outcome. We have the Page of Swords, communication. Watching. With the Page of Wands, lots of intellectual, inspirational communication. And the Five of Cups. Seven of Swords, avoidance. I get it. I get it. I see you communicating with somebody, as indicated by the Page of Wands. It's inspiring. It sparks curiosity. And there is definitely somebody curious in you. But I feel they are coming to you with as a Page of Wands. You're coming to them as a Page of Swords. Okay? That's where this Two of Swords comes into play. I don't really want to entertain this. Avoidance. Seven of Swords also. Because I am going to avoid heartbreak. Now, everybody has a Seven of Swords at different points in their time. There's no real pretty way of depicting the Seven of Swords. It's avoidance. It is deception. It is theft. And this here is also about my guides are sometimes brutal with the way they put things. And I wish I were to rephrase things. But what I heard exactly is stop crying over spilled milk and stop sabotaging yourself. There seems to be a sense of longing for the Three Cups that's spilled. Three of Cups is one of my connectivity cards, connecting to other people. It is a dating card. It is a friendship card. Okay? And this character is crying over a connection that was lost. Maybe even feeling remorseful over that loss. Maybe accepting some self-blame. But it's defeating you. Maybe you blame yourself for the failure of a past connection. And that is a sense of lying to oneself if you are blaming yourself, saying, I am the reason. Honey, it takes two. It takes two. Okay? So, you need to get more into this Ace of Cups mode. A little bit less out of your head. Stop avoiding uncomfortable situations that you fear. Notice I say that you fear could end up in emotional loss. If you keep on living that way, afraid of opening up your heart here to new beginnings, okay, if you're afraid of closing out one cycle and opening up another, you're never going to open that new cycle. I could sit here all day long and tell you Ace of Cups is coming in. There's a communication, there's a connection coming in. But if you continue to block, block and be defensive and be avoidance. Another definition of the Two of Swords is also avoidance. Cards kind of blend. They're duplicating messages here. Then if you continue to do that, I could sit here all day long and say, love's coming, but you got to do something to help that out. Okay? There is potential here. The potential is here. And I feel like you're going to come in contact in about 2.5 months or in other words, 10 weeks with a new connection. What you do with that, it's up to you. But Spirit is saying you definitely need to get into the flow. You do need to lighten up. You need to stop being so strict with yourself. It's almost like you need to give yourself permission to live. No. Trust your intuition and take a gamble. It's a roll. Anytime you get into a new relationship, it's a roll of the dice. Okay? So, all right. That's your relationship reading. I don't know where I'm at on time, but I'm going to get a different deck out for your career. No. Okay. Let's see what's going on with that career. Explosive. Something's about to happen. Okay. I feel the stubbornness here. Okay, career. 10 of Cups. Hanged Man. 6 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, you're feeling the pinch. I see that. You haven't received a raise in a hot minute. I get the sense that you keep getting promised a raise or something like that, and you feel like it's a carrot being dangled in front of your face. Okay? Utility, I'm seeing something about utility bills. Maybe they've gone up. Though you seem to like your work itself, but you need more money. And I don't know if you've asked for it or not, but I'm seeing asking for it and you have been put on hold. Meanwhile, you're saying to your boss or saying to yourself, yeah, if I don't get that raise soon, I'm going to be eating in a soup kitchen. Maybe not to that extreme, but you understand what I'm saying. Really, things are getting tight. Okay. Okay, your energy, 5 of Cups. Damn, Laura. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say your name. I apologize. But she knows who she is. I just said her first name. Okay. I'm not saying her last name. But 5 of Cups is a sense of remorse. What are you remorseful for? Let's find out. What is it that you feel bad about? Page of Wands. Maybe you got an offer or something like that. Did you turn away an offer or an opportunity? Then now you're thinking twice, well, maybe I should have taken that. See what the opportunity or obstacle is. Knight of Pentacles. Slow. Okay, so the problem here is slow growth. It does show positive movement forward, but at a snail's pace. There is a timing element here. And it almost feels like there was something that you passed up, not yesterday. This may be a while back. This may be a while ago that you passed up an opportunity that you're kicking yourself right now and saying, maybe I should have taken it. The Root, High Priestess, she that knoweth but don't speaketh. You know, there's some kind of hidden knowledge. This is the unknown. Your insecurities goes beyond your love life. It's in your career too. That need to control every little tiny aspect. Emperor energy. Top it with the Hierophant, being committed to that. Rigid, rigid, rigid. That was in the last reading. That energy still applies over here too. It's like in your whole life path as a whole. If you don't know what is coming ahead, you don't move. You don't take that gamble. You don't roll the dice. Sometimes in life, to get ahead, sometimes you got to take the roll of the dice. Sometimes fear trumps what our intuition's trying to push through. And what we think is intuition is really fear. Hold that thought. Sorry, sweetheart. My son wanted to know what we were doing for dinner. Okay, anyhow. In your career, I think there were some hidden aspects that you were uncertain about with a previous job that you said no to because you didn't have all the details. There is a sense of trusting in that intuition, the intuition kicking in, but there's almost like a sense of confusing intuition with fear, as I said. And it seems like that you have been kind of a little bit regretful, maybe, about a missed opportunity. And this has been something that's been going over and over in your mind for a while. Let's see what the hovering influence is. It is the Lovers. Okay, that is a choice, that is a soul bond, that is a partnership. And I'm getting that choice. Look at the 2 pillars. A decision. Okay? And the lovers could also be talking about doing what you love. What is it that you love? You have to ask yourself that, Elle. You have to really figure out what is it that you love? What is it that you want to do? See what the past influences. Ace of Wands, there it is. There was an opportunity. In recent past, could be even something, some kind of inspiration or something here inspiring you where you want to make changes, but you're being very cautious about it. Maybe even overly cautious because there's still a fear there of making a mistake or making a bad choice. And you really need to rely more heavily on your intuition, your real intuition, and not the fear-based stuff. Okay? But there has been, I think, something new come on the scene, a new opportunity, but you're being really, really cautious about it. And the hovering energy is a choice. It looks good, but there's that sense of uncertainty. Near future, justice. There's the decision. I think time is of the essence on making this decision or on making this move. So there you are, and I know your energy very well. Diddle-daddling around. Do I or don't I? Do I or don't I? I'm surprised the Two of Pentacles isn't here. Do I or don't I? Do I or don't I? And never making that solid decision, and then the opportunity is gone, leaving you in the Five of Swords energy. I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay, and sometimes I think one of your biggest hang up is rolling the dice, like I said. And sometimes you just gotta roll that dice, honey. Sometimes you just gotta roll that dice. But this is also showing you being on the right path. The scales leveling out. Instead of being in this mode, out in the cold, financially struggling, that bank account balancing out. Okay. See, why am I not surprised? No, it's not the Two of Pentacles. It's the Five of Wands. You're looking at that and saying, yes, it's a gamble. I'm struggling with the idea of rolling the dice and taking a gamble. That's typically you. But the environment, it's the sun. Bright, sunny, prosperous, okay? That's gorgeous. So what's the hang up? So you don't have all the answers? Right down to the last dotted I? That's what it is. It's the details that sometimes not all details are available. But the sun says it's a very good, healthy, thriving environment. Okay? And you're really struggling with that. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I take this other place up on their offer? There seems to be an increase. Maybe that hangman is you suspending and making a decision of pulling the trigger of changing companies, feeling like you're starting all over again. But the sun is a yes card every day of the week, including every second Tuesday. Every second Tuesday of every week. You know, it's just a beautiful energy here that you are struggling with it because there is a risk. There is a risk factor there. What do you need to do now? Why am I not surprised to see this? Your next step forward, or your advice, is the Eight of Swords. Get the F out of your head. And what did I say over here? You could simplify your life so much more by not overthinking. Right? I did say that in the beginning of your reading. It's right here. Stop overthinking. Stop thinking worst case scenario. Stop manifesting the worst case scenario. Potential outcome. Holy fuck. Sorry, I had to do the F-bomb this time. With the Magician. Seriously. Manifestation. You've got the skill set. You've got everything that whoever this is looking for, whatever company it is, you've got the skill set. You've got the knowledge, something that you've mastered. King of Swords. Oh. Six of Cups. This almost feels like a second chance at something that you need to jump on. No, honey. We're not having any of this fucking Five of Swords. No. I'm telling you no. Sabotaging. Why are you sabotaging? Or how are you sabotaging this? Simply put, Eight of Swords. Overthinking. With the King of Swords. So caught up in your head, you don't know which ends up. Which is causing this hangman syndrome. I can't make up my mind if this is what I want or not. I feel that the universe is delivering a gift to you. And just like your love life, you let fear get in the way. And in both cases, love life and career, Spirit is telling you, roll the fucking dice. Take that chance. You'll be glad that you did. Because we've got the Sun card here and we've got the Ten of Cups. Contentment. Okay? But that's what I have for you, honey. I didn't go super into depth in either reading, either one, because there were two questions involved. So I tried to give the rundown on each without anything as far as clarifying is concerned. But I don't even think that needed clarified. None of the cards did. Okay. I love you. And I will see you next time. See you again soon. Don't know when I'm going to have a free reading night again. My schedule's pretty full. But I will see you around. Love you, hon. Bye. Love and light.